if you could just tweak your breathing just a little, and it would help your brain and your heart and lower your blood pressure, would you be willing to give it a try? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few recall and memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a wellness coach, I've learned that sometimes little changes, little tweaks can have a dramatic effect. Did you know that 90% of us breathe incorrectly? Yeah. In fact, I did a video just a few days ago on deep breathing. If you didn't see it, you can go ahead and go to my Facebook page and check it out there. My Facebook page is Keep Your Brain Sharp. So just go to that Facebook page, and it's on there. It's posted on there for you to watch. It's just a quick video. In fact, Dr. Andrew Weil, he's a doctor of integrative medicine, kind of famous doctor, been doing that for years and years. They asked him one time, if you could only give us one tip for better health, what would you tell us to do? You know what he said? I would say, learn to breathe better. I thought that was so interesting. Learn to breathe better. Yeah, because most of us do what's called shallow breathing. I know you probably heard of it, shallow breathing. You're breathing up here from the chest. You're doing quick, short breaths. You are not fully exhaling, and it's not good for you. We can survive for years and years. We can go our whole lives doing shallow breathing. It's not going to kill us. We're not going to die. But it's not the best breathing technique. Yeah. What is the alternative? Deep breathing. Shallow breathing, deep breathing. You get it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so deep breathing, what is that? That's breathing from your diaphragm. It's also called diaphragmatic breathing. It's also called abdominal breathing, belly breathing. It's breathing from that area of your diaphragm. You know what? Have you ever taken singing lessons or sung in a choir? I remember when our choir director, Lillian, would make us all lay on the floor, and we'd have to get one hand on our stomach and the other hand we put on our chest, and we would breathe. And the point was we were supposed to make our stomach rise and fall instead of our chest, to practice breathing from our diaphragm. Now, I didn't become a singer, probably because I can't sing, but I love singing, so I hung in there. But anyway, I digress. So my point is that that's been being used for years and years. In fact, in the 50s and 60s, there was a choir director who helped patients that had emphysema recover by teaching them how to breathe correctly and focusing on their exhalations. And he helped hundreds of people. And then he was so good, he wasn't a doctor, he was a choir director. But he had started with trying to get his choir, to sing better, to be able to hold a note, whatever. But he got so good at it, they asked him to help those patients, which he did, and they recovered. Then some university, I think it was Yale University, asked him to come and help their athletes, which he did. And then he helped the Olympic runners in the 68th or something Olympic, and they won the most medals that they ever had been won. And they attributed it to this choir director, because he wasn't a doctor, this choir director who had gone and trained them on how to breathe correctly. Unfortunately, when he died, a lot of his techniques died with him because, like I said, he wasn't a doctor, and I guess the doctors were player hating on him or whatever. Anyway, they, didn't take his methods seriously, even though they were proven to work. But that was involving the diaphragm as well. Yeah, so you know what? Just like they say that, what do they say? Your gut is your second brain. They also say that your diaphragm is your second heart. Because the diaphragm and the heart are supposed to be working, well, they do work together, but unfortunately, most of us, or many of us, only use like 10% of our diaphragm. And because we're only using 10% of its capacity, what's capable of doing, that range in there, of going up and down, because we're only using 10%, we are overworking our heart. Overworking our heart. So, our heart, we have blood pressure problems, we have heart problems and other cardiovascular problems that crop up. We have cardiovascular stress that crops up and creates other problems. And they say that if you can increase your lung capacity and increase your diaphragm's range from 10% to like 50 to 70%, you will reduce your cardiovascular stress. Your blood pressure will go down. Your heart rate will go better. It will strengthen your heart. You see, the diaphragm has two jobs that it does. It strengthens your heart, and it helps your heart rate. It will go down. You know, or maybe you don't know, but do you know anyone with white coat syndrome? I usually have white coat syndrome. My family all has white coat syndrome. White coat syndrome. That's when you go to the doctor's office and your blood pressure goes up, up the ceiling, up the roof. It just shoots up because you walked in the doctor's office. What do they tell you to do? What do they have you do? Yeah, they have you calm down and breathe slowly in and out. They're trying to use your diaphragm to slow down your heart rate and lower your blood pressure. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. And guess what? Stress not only affects your heart, it affects your brain. Yeah, those people that are constantly stressed and don't manage their stress well, it affects your brain. And it says that you can't think, your cognition declines, because you're not producing, you decrease in the, BDNF. That's a mouthful as it is, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, something like that. But anyway, it's in your brain, and it increases when you exercise. When you're in stress, it decreases, and that's what you need for better cognition. So if you're always stressed, that's going to mess with your brain, which is why they say it's no coincidence that type A personalities, a lot of them get Alzheimer's. Driven people, workaholics, overstressed, never take time out to calm down and relax and have, leisure times, and those kind of things are always in there. It's depleting them of that BDNF. And their cognition is going down the tubes. But here's the thing. Research shows us, and this has been going on for years and years and years with spiritual people and monks and people up there in the Alps, wherever they are, Himalayas, wherever they are, they have learned to control their heart rate and keep their blood pressure in check. And you can too. You can be trained to lower your blood pressure using your diaphragm and using your diaphragmatic breathing. Pretty cool. So, for today, real fast, Dr. Weil, he didn't create this, but he made it popular because he advocated it so much. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. 4-7-8. 4, 7, 8 actually is telling you what to do. You're going to inhale to a count of 4 mentally. Count of 4. You're going to inhale through your nose to a count of 4. Then you're going to hold it for 7. This is all with your mouth closed. Count of 7. And then you're going to exhale through your mouth with a hard exhalation that's going, so you can hear the air coming out, a hard exhalation to the count of 8. So 4, inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. So you inhale through your nose, hold, and exhale through your mouth to 8. Now that's one set. You're supposed to do 4 sets, okay? And you're supposed to do this routine twice a day. And that's going to relax. They say Navy SEALs do it. They say astronauts do it. A whole lot of other people do it. And you can do it too. So if you're having some challenges or don't want to have challenges with your blood pressure, with your heart rate, with your mental clarity, you know, I would recommend that you start doing this. He says it takes like 6 to 8 weeks religiously doing this for you to notice some changes in there, but it becomes a habit. And I think it's a wonderful strategy. You know, it doesn't take medications and all this. I'm not telling you to get off medication, but I'm just saying to add this technique that's free to what you're doing. And if you'd like to see it visually done, I'm creating a video of moi visually doing it. And so you can follow along with me if you want to actually see it, but it's just 4, 7, and 8. So if you'd like to get the video, you can just connect with me and I'll send you the link. And, type in the comment section, video please, 4, 7, 8, whatever, or text me, whatever. Be happy to send you a link, because better breathing will make your brain work better. And your brain's destiny is in your hands.